we go. As our bus.
Right, I'm here with Keith, who is the brains and entrepreneur and good looks behind this amazing idea. So we want to find out a little bit about it. So what made you want to go for this crazy idea of a boat bus thing or whatever it's called?
In 2008, I went to the States to visit my brother who lives in Boston. And one of the most iconic things to do in Boston is to go on the Boston Duck. And they said, soon as you're in Boston, go on the Boston Duck. And I absolutely loved it. Our kids were about 3 and 18 months at the time. And I noticed from them to 8-year-olds just loved it, the idea of a bus going into the water. That seminal moment as you do the transition, people just love. And I thought it would be amazing in Cape Town. And I sort of held on to that idea and researched it around the world. And I found that wherever you have an interesting city, an interesting body of water, a duck tour is well suited. And I thought Cape Town would be perfect for that. But of course, life gets in the way. So about 4 years ago, I started looking at it seriously. The big thing is the vehicle itself. In many parts of the world where they have amphibious passenger vehicles, APVs as they're known, or colloquially ducks, they use repurposed military vehicles, but we weren't allowed to do that. They're not considered to be safe to modern standards. So we looked around the world and we found a manufacturer in the UK and started the process of custom building one for ourselves.
Tell me a little bit about its
Yeah, sure.
construction.
Sure. So first of all, the hull is GRP, which is glass reinforced polypropylene or polyethylene. It's very, very strong. It's got 9 watertight compartments with automatic bilge pumps. For road use, it has ABS. It has to pass everything required to be a street legal bus, passenger carrying bus. And then we have a dual stream, a second stream to get it legalized as a passenger boat. So we've had to undergo a dual stream on both. Yeah.
Wow, well there we have it. The one and only duck in the whole of Africa. And we want to go and see what this experience is all about.
Right, now is the time for the unique experience. To experience something that you can have nowhere else in Africa, to get on this bus, boat thing, the duck, and see what all the hype is about. So let's go and check it out. Wow, this looks so cool. You're actually not really sure whether you're on a bus or a boat, because at one level, if you just look at this, you think, well, I'm on a bus. But I can see above me there are life jackets, so it is this weirdest sort of thing that you're on this combo, and now to see what it is all about as we go on the experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing today? Thumbs up if we're good. Okay.
Wow, this is so cool. We're on the ride already, and there's such a fascinating commentary that they're sharing as well. What I really enjoy is the fact that you can not only experience something, but you can also learn while you're on it. So it absolutely is amazing. We're only on the bus part, so we're just cruising around the waterfront, enjoying all the interesting sights and sounds, and learning about the history. And soon we'll be transitioning to the boat part.
I'll tear them apart and destroy that history. So they gave them a second chance. And the World Cup that was hosted right here in South Africa, and what a World Cup it was. Now, it was meant to, but I think the main reason was we wanted to stick it to the English. They're not that special. We have one. And far in the distance, you will be seeing Robben Island, and that is of course where Nelson Mandela spent 18 months. And you did not hear this from me, but the only thing that isn't local about them are their prices. When it first opened up in 1860, you stayed there. I'm sure you guys will see. And the
It is amazing and surreal. You're on this bus, but we are now about to head into the water. So normally if your car was heading towards the water, you'd be a little bit concerned, but that's exactly what we're about to do. This is the moment when we experience what a duck is all about. Land and water. It's time for the transition. And here we go as our bus heads into the water. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. Are we going to float this big heavy thing? And there we go.
That's insane. We have just come from down off the ramp and driven our bus directly into the water. And from driving around with the red bus and the other cars, we are now cruising with all the yachts in the harbour. Here we are, we're cruising. I mean, it's like so weird. It's a beautiful day. It was fun going around and learning all about the stuff on the bus, but now we are out here on the harbour and we're cruising. I'm going to get one of these vehicles. I mean, this is so handy. Absolutely amazing.
It is so beautiful. It is so relaxed and calm. So luxurious. So expensive. So many expensive toys floating around here today.
Included, you get to do some seal watching. There's a couple of seals chilling on what's called the seal platform.
Now, this is familiar to me and can't sympathize. This basically taught the seals. This looks like one of the South Korean fishing vessels, and it does look like it'll be heading towards the synchro lift, where it'll be lifted up into the shipyard and get a manicure, pedicure, fresh coat, has some bells and whistles.
Look at that massive super yacht. It's just huge.
$200 for a boat. You would expect some bells and whistles. Now,
$200 million.
far over there has a swimming pool, a gym, a spa, a beach club, a grand piano, and a helicopter pad. Essentially, our first ever port control here in the harbour.
One thing I can tell you for sure is you can't help it but have a big smile on your face when you're on this trip, and that's what they promise. I don't know why. It's funny, it's amazing. Certainly is the best way if you want to get the full waterfront experience, and not only driving around and learning about the waterfront, but actually getting on the bay. What really makes me give a rating to an experience is if it puts a smile on your face, and this has absolutely done that on multiple levels. Both of the things that you're looking at and you're learning about, also the humor of our conductor and everything that he was saying, and the fascinating and funny things he was saying, but also the sort of visceral feeling of being on a boat, cruising around the harbour, going off onto land again. You can't help but smile. This is a real feel-good experience. Right, a big moment yet again as we make our way out of the harbour and back onto land. Doesn't matter if there's water crossing, no worry. All those fancy cars, you just drive straight past them. And here we go. And I feel these getting traction, front wheels are getting traction. There we go, driving out. That's insane, squirting the water. And you're back on land. Oh, that's so weird.
That was our sea tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Wow, well that was the water duck experience. It was absolutely amazing. Can't stop smiling. It was really unique, and yes, like we did, unexpected in so many ways, just from the drive, the things you learn, going into the water, the transition, the cool cruise around the harbour. It was absolutely amazing. So that is one you definitely want to try.